And whether it was texting or some other distraction, that doesn't really matter. It's just, it was a very avoidable collision. It wasn't an accident. It was a case of distraction that had a fatality.
I'm just so outraged that he was needlessly and brutally killed. It's outrageous to me that somebody ran my son down. It's just so awful.
I feel like when people say that he's in a better place or, God had some reason for this, it's making light of the fact that some girl hit him with her truck and he died. I don't think you can forget about that by trying to make yourself feel better.
This is something that is pervasive. People are all the time driving their vehicles mindlessly. They're all the time driving their vehicles distracted. I saw a guy who was driving down the freeway with a laptop on his dashboard, fixed onto it, and he was computing while he was driving. And then I saw another young driver reach down to get something on the freeway on the passenger side, and his head was below the windshield for 5 seconds. He was going 65 miles an hour. So whether you have laws against distracted driving or not, I think that our culture encourages it. The driver who killed Eric clearly had no intention of hurting him. I mean, she was a teenager who was going out for the evening, and her mind was preoccupied with her day's activities. It can happen to you. It can happen to one of your loved ones. It can happen to you yourself, where you're the distracted driver who kills someone. And if you can become more mindful of that, it is so important to not be this victim or to be this criminal who kills someone. The average teenager now texts 80 times a day, 80 times. It's becoming just part of their nature to use a handheld and to text, and I think that's okay. Communication changes. But I think we need to really get it out of the automobiles, to be mindful about how they drive and how they endanger other people. I think that it takes a long time for the reality of Eric's death to really become real. I think in the back of my mind still there's this fantasy that it can still be okay somehow. If I just keep doing the right thing. There's no good you can get out of this.
It doesn't give me any solace to talk about distracted driving, and I don't feel any better, but I feel I have an obligation. Eric lost his life for this message. It's a huge message.
Someone was careless, someone was reckless. Eric died because of it. But there's nothing that we can gain out of it except for to try to endure it and accept it and to keep living.
A few seconds, almost a year ago, is the reason that all of us are so sad. So I think if people were to put things into perspective more, just realize that your actions go further than just the consequences in your own life. Something that could have been avoided, and Eric would be here.